Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Joey and today we're going to play and build a habitat for the Wuerhosaurus. So we are going to build a habitat in the Red Tree Gardens Park, and right now I'm just setting up the pathway into the restaurant right in the middle of the exhibit. As you may or may not know, I hardly use fence, so this time I'm using the rocks. The rocks that I'm using to barricade the habitat is the Mediterranean rock number 1. So here's what I have so far. I use the Jurassic Park arches and a little tunnel thing, I don't know what to call that, as the entranceway into the habitat, using the rocks as the barricade separates from the guests and the dinosaurs. And right when you head to the destination is a lovely fancy restaurant with some seating arrangement. So let's continue with the habitat build. So what we have so far, I extended a path, but I eventually just shortened the path later on down the line. It just didn't work out for me. And I used the lower terrain to dig a huge gap just to separate the guest and the dinosaurs. So for this process of the build, I was contemplating whether I changing the terrain and the terrain plane, just playing around a little bit what works for me. And once I'm satisfied with the terrains, then I'll go to the next step. So I raise up the terrain just a little bit higher, so that way the guest can see the Wuerhosaurus in a much better view. Okay, so it's now to decorate the habitat. Now for the Wuerhosaurus, they love eating ground fruit and ground fiber. So I have to find a way how to make those needs fit into the habitat and just really make sense. As for the barricades, I use the planters, but mainly the rocks. Majority of the rocks that I'm using is the Mediterranean rocks, but as the center of the habitat, I start using different types of rocks like the taiga and the tropical. But the Mediterranean rocks, I utilize the barricade just because it blends in with the rock paint that I was using. So how I like to set up my ground fruit, I use the smallest radius and I just tap the button. I don't think the Wuerhosaurus really need that much resources for ground fruit, and usually I place them around the rocks. So usually right in the corner where there's a bunch of rocks, I'll just place the ground fruit right there. So I just tap the button just a little bit, and if there's not enough, I'll tap it like once or twice, and then I'll cover the ground fruit with just rocks. So the other type of rocks I'm using is the tropical rocks. My favorite is the tropical rock number 4. If you rotate it good enough, you can make a little flat surface, which I really like. I also use one of these big boulder rocks just to cover some of the corners and the gaps. And once I'm satisfied with the rock work, then I go with the ground fiber and I just spread it around all throughout the stream of the water source. So I took up that long path that I have earlier, and I still feel like the habitat is a little bit bland, so I want an attraction in there, and the viewing dome is a very prominent attraction that I hardly use in my speed build. So we're going to use it right here, and we're going to build some sort of indoor attraction type of thing that we're going on. So that's what I'm doing right now. So to save you guys some time, here is our indoor attraction entrance. So once you go in, you go to one of the the buildings, you go into the viewing dome and you'll see our Wuerhosaurus. I leave a little gap there just in case if I'm going to build another habitat. So that may or may not happen, who knows. But here is the second part and we're gonna go play with some of the decorative foliage. Since we are in the Pennsylvania map, I don't think it's necessary to use the autumn red trees. So instead, I'm using a variety of the taiga, the alpine, and some of the Mediterranean, and some of the temperate autumn trees, which are the Germany trees. And what I'm doing is basically covering some of the rock works that I have there, and I just put some small little forests right in between. Usually I cover with the forest with the ground fruit, and gotta be careful not to ruin some of the paths so that way the Wuerhosaurus can walk freely without any obstacles in the way. And basically that is the build for the Wuerhosaurus habitat. So we are at the Red Tree Gardens. Haven't built this parks in a month. I think this is safe to say that we're probably done with this park. I don't think I have anything else to add. I have so many projects to do. I felt like it is a really already like I would say 80% already done in my opinion. We have some dinosaurs here and there. So yeah, I think we're gonna do a tour in the future. Who knows? But so we'll go into the entrance here. This is the Wuerhosaurus entrance. Maybe I should put a Stegosaurus sign. I don't know if they have a Stegosaurus sign. We'll go to capture mode, and yeah, you just walk over here and hopefully you get some glimpse of the Wuerhosaurus. I only have 6 of them, but I may or may not add more in the future. Maybe I'll add more since I'm gonna do a full tour, and you just go into the restaurant, and there's some seating arrangement where you could see the Wuerhosaurus. However, if you're not hungry, you could go right through here. This is where, yeah, you go into the viewing dome, and you get to see the Wuerhosaurus from there. So let's go ahead and see complete. Oh, I need a arrival point, huh? Yeah, it's fine. So, can we? There you go. Okay, so nothing yet. Yeah, the one thing is that the viewing dome, you don't move around, which is kind of odd. To be quite honest with you, I felt like we could like move around here, but no. So what we do, we just move the directional pad, and then it will give you another area to view your habitat. So we see our Wuerhosaurus here stretching about. There's a herd of them right there. The skin pattern that I'm using is I believe is the mangrove forest and pulp guarana. You know what? I'm not gonna. I'm gonna go. We're gonna check it out. Okay, so I'm off. Is the Gambia River bison and paparana. So it's supposed to blend in with the red trees. So hopefully it's a little bit red orange color. Actually, it is. Do I have a like somewhere next to the sun like this bit right here. So yeah, oh, lovely skin pattern. Really match the environment that we're going through, and that's how I like it and how I pick my skin pattern with dinosaurs, is that they blend in with the environment that I choose. So let's say if I choose a snowy environment, then I'm gonna try to find a skin pattern that blends with it, like some sort of whitish or some bluish color. Little known fact is that since the first game, Wuerhosaurus has been in my top 5 most requested, but I was at the point where I kind of dropped the idea that they're gonna bring in Wuerhosaurus. Lo and behold, the first DLC pack, which I think is the early Cretaceous, they brought in the Wuerhosaurus, and I was very surprised. But here we are. We have Wuerhosaurus. I'm still waiting for Concavinator, Argentinosaurus, Saltosaurus. Those are in my list. But yeah, let's go to catcher mode again. And there we have it. They're actually next door to their cousins, by the way. the Stegosaurus, which you can see right there. Again, the red origin skin pattern really blends in. So basically, all the dinosaurs that live in this park are mainly green or red orange. We're back to the Wuerhosaurus. That is a lovely shot right there. So what do you guys think about the habitat? I need more dinosaurs. Ground fiber. Who likes ground fiber? Maybe Styracosaurus could be fit. Yeah, Styracosaurus would fit here perfectly. Oops, they're going there. Hold up. Let's go. Yeah, look at that. I wonder who's a fan of the Huerosaurus. That's how you pronounce it, right? Huerosaurus. I remember Bestislav would be like joking, be like Huasaurus. But the Huerosaurus. So yeah, if you haven't even follow my community poll, I'm doing the armored dinosaurs, which is the, of course, the Stegosaurid, and the armored dinosaurs like the Nodosaurid and the Ankylosaur and the Pachycephalidae. I don't add the Ceratopsians just because I already did the Ceratopsians. So if you haven't seen my poll, go ahead and vote now. I list a variety of different armored dinosaurs, and I felt like the armored dinosaurs are also lacking in this game as well. But there was one comment, I forgot who it was. I totally apologize. Who was it that says that usually all the armored dinosaurs design wise are designed, which are pretty true, to be quite honest. And still this day I still don't recognize which is Chunkingosaurus, Hoangosaurus, and Gigantospinosaurus. They all do have similar features, but hey, I always say the more the merrier, have more dinosaurs. And I felt like, since Jurassic Park is not very paleo accurate type of dinosaur game, I mean, they could add some features in their dinosaurs that could make it differentiate from the rest of the pack. You know what I mean? So who knows what will happen? Maybe we'll get more armored dinosaurs. Maybe we'll get more Stegosaurus. But we definitely do need more Pachycephalosaurus type, because there's only 3 of them, and I feel like we do need more. But hey, what do you guys think? Drop it down in the comments. But anyways, I'm rambling way too long. I need to end the video right here. So drop a like if you like the habitat. Subscribe to see more habitat builds. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys for watching.